This morning, we are heading to center stage to get a preview of a show called Jimmy and Lorraine, Musing, a tale about the friendship of two influential African-American writers and activists in the 50s and 60s. Here to tell us more about the production are actors John Michael Reese and Vanessa R. Butler. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Tell us about the show. What can audiences expect?
Sure. So Jimmy and Lorraine is sort of an imagined evening, drunken evening with two of the greatest minds of the 20th century as they laugh and smoke and drink and fight with each other, with their lovers, with a Kennedy or two, and really forge a connection, I think, as only two black, queer artists, writers, activists who are speaking out in one of the most pivotal times in American history. So, yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
For people out there not familiar with Jimmy and Lorraine, tell us about who they were and bringing them to life.
Sure.
Do you want to start?
Sure. James Baldwin is one of the greatest writers, novelists, essayists, public personas who really use their voice to tell America about itself during the 1960s, I mean the 40s, 50s, 60s, and really throughout his death until the 80s. So he's just a major voice in the American zeitgeist. Yeah.
Lorraine Hansberry was the author, the playwright of A Raisin in the Sun. That's what she's most famous for. And it was a really big deal because it was the first Broadway play to make it that was about a black family to really like bust through and become extremely amazing. Yeah.
And as actors, to take on these iconic roles, how do you bring them to life with justice? What does that preparation look like?
Research.
Yes. Yeah.
All the research.
They were extremely prolific. I mean, Lorraine passed early, but there are so many words. There are interviews, TV, debates. James has a lot of documentaries about him and with him, so really just drowning in on all the words that he put out there. And he was such an incredible linguist and speaker, and used his language so well. So really is like a joy and a challenge to step into the ideas that they were putting out there. Yeah.
And we talk about all these iconic works, A Raisin in the Sun. What messages have you found in those works, in this show, that people can take away in modern day, and having seen the show you guys are putting on?
One of my favorite things about Lorraine is just her love for humanity. She really saw all people as an entire group. And something that really hit me this time around, it comes from Raisin in the Sun. She talks about how life isn't a circle. It's actually a long line that's spun into infinity. And so we do, even though we're facing similar problems as we did then, a lot of things have changed. And so the perspective is different. And remembering that where we came from, and to really inform us on where we're going. And even though, we have the same issues, it's different this time around.
Yeah. For James, what I love about him is that he had such an incredible life, from like a child preacher in Harlem to Parisian expat to spokesperson of the civil rights era, and he really dealt with these issues within himself. So he struggled, and he really used that internal reflection to then learn about himself, but then also tell America about itself through his own self-reflection. So I think he's really incredible, and I think he wants all of us to look at ourselves so that we can love each other better.
Yeah, between all that and the stuff you mentioned at the top, the Kennedy and all the fun at the top of there, it should be a good show.
And they are so fun.
Yeah.
They're such sharp and funny people, and they fight and love each other so much. So it's really a joy to get to play with Vanessa with these two icons.
Awesome. And for people at home, give us a rundown. Where's this happening? Days, all that good stuff.
True.
Is happening at Trinity College, the Austin Arts Center. We open Thursday, and we'll run until October 19th.
Yes, 2 weekends. You can get tickets at HartBeatEnsemble.org HartBeat.org. That's HART, beatensemble.org. Yeah.
Thank you both so
Yeah,
much.
thank you so much for having
really
us.
appreciate
Yeah,
your time.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And we've got all that information on our website as well. That is fox61.com. Okay, coming up.